Hello everyone, welcome to this interactive gallery. Today we invite you to explore the world of the Pame people. The Pames are considered part of the larger group of Chichimeca peoples, known in ancient Mesoamerica as semi-nomadic tribes that live in the central northern regions of Mexico. As descendants of Chichimeca ancestors, the Pames preserved their independence for centuries by living in mountainous areas, relying on hunting, gathering, and later agriculture. The name Pame comes from Nahuatl, meaning those who speak unintelligibly, which means that the language sounded strange or it was incomprehensible. The Pames people are located in central northern Mexico, mostly in the Sierra Gorda mountains. Their communities are found in two states, San Luis Potosí and Querétaro. The main municipalities where they live include Jalpan and Pinal de Amoles in Querétaro, as well as areas of the Sierra Gorda in San Luis Potosí. Traditions and customs. The Pames honors natural elements such as the sun, the rain, the earth, and the mountains. During festivities like the Day of the Dead, they celebrate with rituals that blend indigenous practices with Mexican traditions. Also, their ceremonies include dances, music, and offerings. Women wear embroidered blouses and long skirts. Men wear cotton shirts and pants, and they complement it with woven belts and hats that suit to the mountainous environment. Their handicrafts include woven textiles, pottery, and palm products. These are decorated with colorful and traditional designs. And a symbolic example of their crafts is the Pame doll, made with a palm leaf, body, and kern's husk silk hair. Once a simple domestic object, it became an emblem for this community. The Pame language belongs to the Otopamean branch of the Otomangan family. There are three: the Northern Pame, around 6,000 speakers today, the Central Pame, around as well 6,000 speakers today, and the Southern Pame, which is considered extinct. Some communities are also bilingual, speaking Nahuatl or Huastec due to migration and cultural interactions. The Pames have rich oral traditions, myths, songs, and legends that transmit values and history.
Traditionally, Pame society has been organized under a patriarchal structure led by the eldest male. Elders are respected as guardians of knowledge. They transmit weaving techniques, palm cutting, myths, tales, and rituals to the younger generations. Today, they combine these traditions with modern structures, participating in both ejido systems and Mexican civic councils. Their social life demonstrates how indigenous communities adapt to contemporary realities while keeping ancestral values alive. The Pames live in rural villages, in houses made of stone, adobe, or wood. Their daily life revolves around farming, livestock care, cooking, and craft work. Their diet is based on corn, beans, squash, wild fruits, and herbs. These foods are not just nutrition but also crude symbols of connection with the earth. Life in the Sierra Gorda remains close to natural rhythms, the cycle of planting, the change of seasons, the pulse of rain and sun. Traditionally, the Pames have practiced subsistence agriculture, cultivating corn, beans, squash, and chili. They also survive through hunting, fishing, and gathering wild plants. In recent years, they have added handicraft production as an economic activity, weaving palm leaves, creating poetry, and making figures that reach markets villages. These crafts are not only income but also a way of sharing their culture with the wider world. The story of the Pames is a story of endurance and dignity. They have faced centuries of colonization, marginalization, and change. Yet, they continue to honor the land, to speak their language, and to teach their children the wisdom of their ancestors. To learn from the Pame people is to rediscover our bond with nature, to understand respect for diversity, and to celebrate the many voices that form the cultural identity of Querétaro and Mexico. The Pames remind us that every mountain has a voice, every river has a memory, and every language carries the heartbeat of its people.